And on this Thursday, November 20th, 2025 edition of Newsmakers, there are now two federal court rulings blocking a new Texas law that requires the Ten Commandments to be posted in public schools. The legislation is also being challenged at the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, meaning the case will likely end up before the U.S. Supreme Court. Jonathan Covey with the group Texas Values thinks the law will pass the legal test. He says displaying the Bible verses give students historical context of the American justice system.
It's about giving students the full picture of our legal and moral framework.
A federal lawsuit is emerging as a key factor in the national battle over mifepristone regulations. Abortion providers in Virginia, Montana, and Kansas claim the FDA's remaining restrictions place unnecessary burdens on patients and clinicians. A U.S. district judge has already heard arguments and is weighing a ruling that could ease access to mifepristone in Virginia. Several other states, including Washington, are also pursuing related cases over FDA rules. Authorities are investigating a fire at a church in Champaign, Illinois. The blaze broke out yesterday at Mount Calvary Missionary Baptist Church. No injuries were reported, and it isn't known how much damage the flames caused. The cause of the fire has not been released. The U.S. Border Patrol is monitoring millions of American drivers nationwide in a secretive program to identify and detain people whose travel patterns it deems suspicious. The Associated Press has found that the predictive intelligence program has resulted in people being stopped, searched, and in some cases arrested. A network of cameras scans and records vehicle license plate information, and an algorithm flags vehicles deemed suspicious based on where they came from, where they were going, and which route they took. Federal agents, in turn, may then flag local law enforcement. The Border Patrol's parent agencies said they use license plate readers to help identify threats and disrupt criminal networks and are governed by federal law and constitutional protections. A new poll shows Americans generally like democracy, but most don't think it's working well. Details from Mike Hempen.
A new Kettering Foundation Gallup poll shows only about 1/4 of U.S. adults think democracy is functioning very or moderately well, but around half believe it is functioning very or moderately poorly in the U.S. The results show a sharp decline from several years ago, when a majority of American adults thought democracy was generally working the way it should. The poll also shows few adults think the country's leaders are committed to a democratic governance or believe government decisions reflect the will of the people. The poll is part of an initiative that studies how Americans experience democracy. I'm Mike Hempen.
And that's Newsmakers for this Thursday, November 20th, 2025 edition. I'm Keith Black.